This week's film has all the B-movie classics: bad acting, awful fight choreography, continuity errors, dialogue so cheesy Taco Bell tried to make food out of it, and oh so much pointless nudity. Yeah, it's TNT Jackson. Which is a 1974 American blaxploitation kung fu action flick directed by the prolific Filipino Cirio Santiago, with Roger Corman's New World Pictures also being involved via distribution rights. This is a hella entertaining film, precisely because it isn't the most competently made, or even semi-competently made if I'm being entirely honest. The plot is a fairly simple one. Diana Jackson, otherwise known as TNT Jackson, has to travel to Hong Kong to find out what has happened to her brother. She's soon sucked into a web of deceit, treachery and drug dealing. As soon as she arrives in Hong Kong, she has to travel to a district of town so dangerous taxis and even the police don't travel there. How do we show this on screen? Of course, a woman getting stripped naked and raped in the street in broad daylight. This pretty much sets the tone for the whole film, to be honest. We then get the first big fight scene where TNT fights off a bunch of goons. First thing you're going to notice, a lot of the fighting is shot in a way to hide the fact it is clearly not the actress doing the fighting, with a lot of the more competent fighting being shot from high and behind, clearly in an attempt to hide the face of the stunt double. As a result, the editing is also often jumpy, for lack of a better word, in an attempt to cut between the double and the actress, and weirdly and very obviously sped up to try and make it look a little more exciting. There's a lot of hands being thrown in this film. They're missing by about 4 feet, and the other guy dying from shock or the gust of wind created. I honestly don't know. The fight scenes are universally, hilariously bad, is what I'm trying to say. But not to fear, because T is saved by this white chick who has one of the most hilariously brilliant intros I've ever seen.
Look, lady, or whoever you are, I accepted a ride from you to Joe's Haven, and that's all you need to know about me, bitch.
Pat Anderson, an actress who appeared in several 70s exploitation films, gives a suitably spunky performance as Elaine, who is the white woman in question, with her and TNT actually having several highly amusing back and forth throughout the 72-minute runtime, with another of my faves being this one.
I'm not in your league. I work standing up, not on my back. Really? How amusing. I've never really tried it that way.
I don't know if the dialogue in this film was meant to be amusing, or if it is entirely accidental, because a lot of it really does come across as an Asian man writing what he thinks a really cool cat of a black person speaks like. Speaking of cool cats, the character of Charlie is one hell of a cool cat, as he says himself.
You got a long way to go before you catch up with me. 'Cause baby, I was born beautiful.
Frankly, I have no argument against that statement, because Stan Shaw is the real star of this film. He struts through every scene he's in, just exuding charm, and he seems to actually be able to somewhat pull off a kung fu chop at least. Charlie is a henchman for Sid, a heroin dealer, who is working with a dude called Ming to import heroin into Hong Kong before exporting it once again to Miami to meet his monthly quota. Only problem being that someone is intersecting the shipments and stealing them. We're kind of led to believe this is a result of Elaine. She is also Sid's girlfriend, who, shock horror, in a twist nobody could have seen coming, is a Fed. Which once again leads to this hilarious back and forth between her and TNT.
First of all, I'm not what you think I am.
I know. You're a Girl Scout working on your badge for the equality of niggers.
I'm a government agent.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm Snow White suffering from a sunburn.
Oh, and a fight scene between the girls, which has some absolutely epic sound effects going on. I have no words to describe what sounds these even are. Ming, of course, blames TNT and wants her dead, leading to her being captured by him. Now, the actual cover star of the film is Jeannie Bell, playing the eponymous TNT Jackson, and I can think of 2 reasons for her casting. Neither of them are her acting or fight choreography abilities. Oh, there they are. During the resulting fight scene, we get another great one-liner, a whole lot more nudity, and a really obvious continuity error, with TNT kicking off the brawl with this one-liner whilst turning out the lights.
You want it black? You got it black.
them fighting the goons and Ming in nothing more than a pair of black underpants, except for this one snippet mid-fight where she somehow appears to have changed into a pair of white panties, before leaping down and mid-jump changing back into the black ones. It's naked kung fu, who's going to notice, is probably what Sirio said to his editor. We only have about 20 minutes left and we haven't had a sex scene, so of course Charlie and TNT get it on, in slow-mo, for added sexiness, I guess. Once that's over with, she instantly realises he was the one who murdered her brother and vows to gain revenge by killing him, so her and Joe, who has been aiding her this whole time, travel to Macau. Well, I think it's Macau. Not that it really matters because it's purely a place where Sid, Ming and Charlie have set up another drug deal. Sid realises Elaine is a Fed and leaves her unconscious with these two incompetent goons allowing her to escape. And in shock twist number 2, nobody could have seen coming, Charlie was behind the prior 2 deals falling through and he's taking over the heroin trade. Elaine somehow manages to kill herself and Sid by hilariously just throwing both herself and him through the stained glass window, though I suppose they're deaths because we never see them again, leaving only TNT and Charlie left to fight it out. I shall now recreate my reaction to Charlie's death and the end of this film. Did she just put a fist through his chest? Let's rewatch that. Fuck me, she did! Brilliant. Nothing about this film is what you would call competent. We even get several close-up shots of people's faces that are out of focus. Once is an accident, twice is a trend, by the 5th or 6th time, that's true dedication to incompetent filmmaking, and that's why I love this film. It's not good in a traditional sense of a word, but it is incredibly entertaining as a result of its slapdash incompetence and tacky B-movie nature. If you are entertained by that kind of thing, then highly recommend TNT Jackson because it's incredibly bad, but in a highly entertaining way. If you liked that and want to see more, then like, comment and subscribe because next week I'll be back with Miracle Mile. It's another Last Man on Earth post-apocalypse flick. Yes, I have an addiction, please someone send help.